It's Melissa from Half Square Designs here, and today I just want to talk to you a little bit about how I write on photographs for sharing on social media. It's a kind of neat way, first personally, to go back and remember these trips that I've taken, which is a nice thing to do in the time of coronavirus in COVID-19 when we can't travel anywhere. Interesting way, even just as a journal for yourself or however you want to look at it, to share memories of certain places or certain times that you might want to go back and remember or share with other people. So yeah, let me show you first what I'm talking about. I'm on my Instagram, so follow me at melissalyn416 if you're not already. I also have a Half Square Designs Instagram called Half Square Designs. Let's actually start with where I saw this first, because I'm not going to take credit for the idea or anything. I loved it the first time I saw it. So Debbie Millman is the host of Design Matters. Okay, so here's what I first saw of hers, where she wrote on photographs to share her story of traveling to Egypt. So what she has is just a really nice kind of photo. We'll go into the specifics of what makes a good photo for this, but ultimately it's writing of some sort over a photo. So her story about her trip to Egypt kind of inspired this whole thing. So let's just go through them. I'm not going to read them to you, but we'll take a little bit of time and just look at everything. The first one that I did was about our trip to Japan last year. We were supposed to go again this year, and so I think this is why I started here. Tokyo. So again, I'm not going to read it. I'll link to these posts directly if you want to take some time. But again, following the shape, the main shape that's in the photograph, and I could have erased this to make a little bit more room for that, but whatever. It is what it is. So this little guy is the happiest little mailbox I've ever seen because he was really cute. I could have added a little bit more details about where this was taken. It was all in Tokyo proper. I think that was Omotesante, but don't quote me on that because I'd have to go back and look at my notes from the time. But anyway, you can just see finding little spaces. So this is quite a busy photo for this actually, but because these the crosswalk lines were here, it allowed me to fit my little note in there. And again, I don't know if anybody else does this, sees this or whatever. I always see faces in things, and when I point it out to people, they're like, what are you talking about? Obviously, you can't deny that this is a face, and so just, capturing that, and then there's little cigarette butts in there. It's like, ugh, gross cigarettes. All right. Again, just following the lines, remembering like the cute little things from the trip and whatever. I wish I would have done this one differently. I don't really like the way that it turned out. But anyway, beautiful, beautiful temples. And just like little surprising things. So kind of following the shape of the little bowls, and then you got a ramen there. And again, using the background as your kind of canvas as a way so that you can see what you're writing, but still having the focus be on the photo subject, but then providing context into what you're talking about. And then just again, another little way to go around the object. All right. So I'm just going to go through my pictures here and see which ones I like. And I have to keep in mind too the square aspect of Instagram. So I'm keeping that in mind as I'm looking through these images. So actually this one would probably be a good one. I'm going to copy that and paste it over. Here we are now on my iPad, and we are going to bring in photos that I airdropped from my iMac onto my iPad, so you can see them here. They are all here, and what I'm going to do is open Procreate. Anyhow, this is what that file ends up looking like. So what we do first, I'll just kind of go through it and show you a little bit, is import the image. So we insert the image and then we crop it accordingly so that it looks good in the square. And then we write on top of it. So that's the way that works. It's pretty simple. Let me just open all these for you here. Quick little tour of Hong Kong. See more happy faces. What did I choose here? Let's see. Yes. Again, I don't like when I write upside down, like on the side like that. So let's remember that when we're doing Cuba. No. Yes. Tayo. And cats. Which one works? There we go. Ta-da. Okay. Hong Kong. There we go. So what we're going to do is come back here and start a new file. So I have a square one that I have saved. I'm not going to show you how to do that. We're going to make sure that we have our pen of choice selected. So as I mentioned before, I like to use the Studio pen. This guy right here. It's a default Procreate brush that you'll find in the inking folder. Let's start importing some photos here. So what we're going to do is go to the gear, go to add, insert a photo. It's going to pull up our recents, and let's kind of start from the beginning. So as I mentioned before, I have these two beach photos, and the more that I see this one, I think I kind of like it. It's a little bit more interesting. But what we want to do is make sure that it fills the frame. So I have on uniform and magnetic so that it kind of snaps to the edges and stuff like that. And then just position it around so it's all kind of covered and whatever, and make sure that you're getting the best views of the photo, which, let's go there, just unselect that, and there we have our beach scene. So I'm going to import more photos and then go from there. There we go. All right, now I'm going to hide them all, every single one of them. Come back to the beach, click on the beach, add a layer because we don't want to destroy our photo layer, because we are no doubt going to go back and erase what we're doing and try again. So what am I going to say here first? So I do have my two colors here that I have saved. So this is let's call it a dark gray, and then this is a off white. So kind of determine what colors you like better. I think I'm going to stick with the off-white on this guy. And I just have my pen size set to 20. Visiting Cuba felt like traveling back in time. And what we can do, is that on rectangle? That'll work. Is just kind of nudge this over to give a little bit more room, and probably rewrite time. Even here, like there's a little too much space there. All right, my eraser. Make that bigger. And then just rewrite that. That is the first one done. So what we do is we go share, export JPEG, and save our image. And then you'll see when we go back into our photos here, go to recents, and there it is. And then we just continue on back to Procreate, show our next image. This one we're definitely going to need the gray. And then we say something about this. So now that we have all of our pictures done with all of our lettering over top of it, it's time to take these photos, and I have more than 10. I'm going to make my final selection just in a second. We're going to take these photos and go into Instagram. So here we go. Okay, so here we are in Instagram, and all we're going to do now is go to make a new post. Click on the multiple selections and then scroll, make sure that's still not there, scroll to our photos and select the ones that we want to use. So I'm just going to quickly make my selection of 10. And here we are, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to take that guy out. And 10. And then go next, and you can kind of scroll through your photos, make sure you have the ones that you want. It's really cool how that connects from one to the other. Not intentional by any means, but definitely a cool coincidence. And there we go, all done. So now just press next, write whatever it is that you're going to write here. I'm just gonna say Cuba 2015, and you can add location if you want. Let's see if we can pull up Cuba. There we go. And then share. You can add any hashtags that you want to add, do any of those things. But on my other ones, I hadn't added any of them. It's just a personal thing for me, and anybody who wants to see them in my feed. So there you go. Here they are. If you try this, I would love to see what you do. So tag me at MelissaLynn416 or Half Square Designs at Half Square Designs. Either one. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know below. You can DM me on Instagram or just reach out in any other way. That would be great. So anyway, good luck, have fun, and I can't wait to see what you do. Bye.